Hey everyone, I am here today to share about my August 2020 biblical fiction reads. I actually read 6 books this past month. The first one is actually an ebook, so I don't have it on me right now. So I'm just going to go ahead and tell you about it, and it was The Midwives of Moses by Jennifer Jennings. This was a really neat first book to the series of Faith Finders by her, and basically it is about the time of Moses through the midwife's eyes. And I've never actually read a tale that was like this before, so I was really enthralled with it. It was a great first book, and I'm really interested in seeing the rest. So I highly recommend that series. The second one I actually read for an upcoming book club that is on Facebook, which is Claudia, Wife of Pontius Pilate by Diana Wallace Taylor. This one was actually really good, guys. I actually enjoyed this book a lot. You don't really know a whole lot about the wife of Pontius Pilate, except that Jesus had come to her in a dream and she told Pilate not to do anything with him. So the entire story is basically fiction. Other than that, there's really no other mention of her in the Bible. But how Diana Wallace Taylor made the story, it was actually really, really great. Okay, the next one was actually for my own book club that is on Facebook, and I will link that below. It is Rachel by Jill Eileen Smith. We all know the story of Rachel and Leah. They were the two sisters that ended up marrying Jacob. And Rachel, in this book, bless her heart, she just had such a bitterness to her and so much anger. So I wish that the author could have made a book about Leah as well, but I know they focus on Rachel, but she actually did not give birth to the lineage of Jesus. It was actually through Leah. But if you want to go ahead and finish off this series, The Wives of the Patriarchs, I highly recommend Rachel. It really was a good read. You feel bad for Leah and Rachel in different ways in this book. So I really enjoyed this one as well. Okay, When Jonah Ran. This is a brand new author to me by Rachel S. Neal. She has written some other Bible stories, and I believe her other series called The Generations of Noah. So this one's actually really interesting. In this story, Jonah is married, and there is a great backstory to this about his wife, the wife's sister, and when he runs away, there is a lot of turmoil going on with the family. This was actually a really good read. It wasn't the typical Jonah story that you would think, so this one was really great for a first book. Okay, the next one is Bread of Angels by Tessa Afshar. Basically anything from Tessa Afshar I'm going to read. This one was an excellent book. It is basically the story of Lydia, the seller of purple in the Bible. There's not a whole lot mentioned other than her meeting Paul. She believes in Jesus. She gets baptized. Her household gets baptized. So other than that, she really was a great character, and I really, really enjoyed this book. And then the last one that I read was On This Foundation by Lynn Austin. This is actually the third book of the Restoration Chronicles. Unfortunately, I have this one, I have the first one, but I don't have the second one. I went ahead and read the third one because the same characters don't carry over from the previous books. But this one is finally when they are able to finish the wall on Jerusalem. So guys, if you were interested in this kind of stuff, I highly recommend any of these books. They're excellent. And again, these are all the books that I read for August of 2020 that are biblical fiction. And again, the other one that I mentioned was Midwives of Moses by Jennifer Jennings. So I hope you guys check everything out that I have put on here, and check out my book club in the comment section and the description section below.